Well, morning everybody, FarmsimGamer here and welcome back to Bucks County. As you can see, another early start. It's just coming up to 6:30 in the morning and we've got quite a busy day ahead of us. Now our field of carrots are doing quite well. They are on their second growth stage now. The pH value levels are a little bit on the low side. We did try and put another application of lime down, but it didn't make any difference, so I think we'll have to leave that until after this harvest and then lime again. The nitrogen levels are all okay, so that's good. Now just looking at field 15 in our field of clover, that's started to regrow and that's on its second growth level. pH values in here are all pretty good, as is the nitrogen. It's a little bit low in places, so we might go and do a little bit of variable rate spreading a little bit later today, but hopefully this will grow. We should be able to harvest or do a second cut maybe later today or possibly tomorrow. Now in field 17, now originally I thought this would probably need fertilising again, but as you can see from the little graphic down in the bottom corner, the nitrogen level in here is actually too high. So we've got 80 kilograms when only 0 is needed. Now I think that might be because of the crop that we put in here being soybeans. Now soybeans do generate their own nitrogen in the root nodules, so I think it's very possible that that's why it's saying that that's bad, because it's too high rather than being too low. So we'll leave the fertilising on that. We don't need to do any more, I don't think, and we'll just have to ride out the harvest. Hopefully we'll get a reasonable yield off it and then be able to adjust things for the next crop. So quite a busy day ahead. I'll come back into the yard, make sure they get the team organised, and then we'll be able to get on with some farming. Now the other thing I've done as well is there was a contract on field 9 to get that ploughed. That had a value of about $10,000. So Tyler's going to go and do that. He's stuck the subsoiler onto the 4840, so he's going to go and do that. Megan's going to drop the fertiliser spreader off, put the sprayer on, and I'm going to take this mower down to the shop and get this swapped over. So I want to exchange it for a very similar one that's in the shop menu. So we just have a look. We've got the 301ED and the X8ED at the moment, and I'm going to swap it over for the Varia versions of those. So that will do an automatic windrow or grass swath for us, so that will save another job. We won't have to go back round and windrow that afterwards, and that might mean that I can then get rid of the windrower as well. So I'm going to go down to the shop and get that sorted and organised. Megan, like I said, she's going to go and put the sprayer on. We need to spray the weeds off in field 28 and in field 17, so she's going to get that sorted this morning. Now the other thing that I want to do is just along here by the fence and going through to the back of field 28, I'm going to put a track in here as well. Now there's a single tree there right in front of us that I need to just chop down and get rid of, but I'm going to put a track in here just to make this field a little bit more accessible and give us another option to cut out through that road as well. So a busy morning, and I'll need to get this mower sorted so I can come back and get this grass cut and get the rest of the team sorted. So first things first, I'm going to get Tyler organised up here at field 9 to do the this contract. So I'm using course play, as you know, so I'm just going to get the course sorted out. So he can get kind of underway. Now we'll do all the land work first and then go around and do the headland passes afterwards. So hopefully I'll be able to kind of leave him to get on with this. Sometimes there's a few little issues with course play, but on a field like this it should kind of be all okay. So that's the course generated. I'll just get him started and underway. We'll go to the first waypoint and hopefully he'll start doing the land work nice and easily, and then I can kind of leave him to this job really, and then once I've done that I'll get down and get Megan sorted with the spraying, and I can get down to the garage. Right, next up we're going to get Megan sorted with the spraying in field 17, and then a little bit later she'll move over onto field 28 as well, which needs doing, and that's only a tiny field, so that won't take very long. So we'll get the sun unfolded, and we'll start using course play again. And again, in this field, I think I find it kind of really useful, really, when you've got these headlands and everything, and slightly quirky shaped fields. That course play really is a good tool, and it's certainly one of the most favourite mods that I enjoy using. Now, I'm not an expert in it by any means, but I do find it extremely useful, and it's really good if you've got you kind of set up your helpers as a little team of people to do the work for you. That it's really useful. So I'm just doing the settings. We'll do the headlands first this time, and then the land work second. I tend to just drop the tool width just a little bit so there's a bit of an overlap, and we'll do the course generation, and you'll see that there are not that many passes in terms of the land work itself. So we'll start at first waypoint, and hopefully she'll pick that up just on this corner, and off you go. So if you didn't have course play, then on a map like this where there are these sort of quirky fields, and you don't have any kind of grass margins or headlands for vehicles to turn around, then of course you'd end up doing these headlands yourself, which takes a lot longer. So it really is a useful tool. Now, obviously there are some little issues sometimes. I think particularly on this field 17, sometimes things get snarled up in the trees when they're turning around and things like that. But it's a small price to pay, really, in terms of the convenience of having a mod like this that can do a fair proportion of your work for you. So whilst Megan and Tyler are busy doing some field work, I can take the opportunity to take this mower down to the shop, the garage, and get this one sold, and purchase the Varia version and get that picked up and bring it back. Now I'm probably going to do or buy a second-hand version, but it'll be fairly cost-effective just to take it into the workshop and repair it quickly before I get out into the field and start doing the grass cutting. So I'm just going to get this one sold. Just doing the front mower first, and then I'll do the back mower. And you may think, oh, why are you selling this perfectly good mower? But having the one that can do the automated straw swath or grass swath at the back really is going to be a help, because it means that I don't have to go and do a second task with the windrower and row all that grass up. So it really is going to be quite useful. Right, so that's the new mower purchased, or the second-hand one. So I'm just going to pick this up. I'm going to take it back up to the farm, put it in the workshop, just repair it quickly, and then we'll get out into the grass field and get that grass cut. And again, we'll be using course play, and again, that's a really good kind of thing as well with course play, is that you can set or create new courses for fields that don't really exist. So the grass field by the pond isn't an actual field or designated as a field itself, so it's really useful being able to use course play to set a new course completely for that area, and then that enables me to be able to do various tasks, and that completely automated. So it's really useful from that perspective as well. Now Megan's getting on pretty well with the spraying in field 17. I'd imagine she's probably about 3/4 of the way through it now, and it seems to be working around this little island all okay from that perspective. Sometimes some of the implements get a bit snarled up in it, trying to kind of cross directly over it, but it seems to be working kind of round it okay. I did think about whether I could try and take this out. I mean, I kind of like it actually, but it does get in the way of certain things sometimes, and I think particularly with some of the courses that Courseplay sets, it can make it a little bit awkward. But I'll have to have a think and see whether I might be able to do that or not. And Tyler's almost finished up in field 9. He's done all the land work now, and he's just doing the headlands. He's been one times round already. He's on his second pass now, and just one more to go after that. So he's doing pretty well. Must say I do like this 4840, or this kind of family of tractors. That's a tractor, its smaller brother, the 4440, is a tractor that I worked on and spent a lot of hours in when I was a younger man doing some farming, and I must say they're really kind of great tractors, and kind of a nice little trip down memory lane for me. But these old kind of engines, a lot more torquey than the new type of tractors. They're only 200 horsepower. I think they got a lot more torque to them, and a really lovely sound from them as well. And I think this style of tractor with its rear-wheel drive, rear twins, no front linkage or PTO drive is quite a common scene in this part of the world. Right then, before I set the course up for course play, we've got the mower here. I just want to show you that in the control menu, if I use the left-hand mouse button, you might see on the front mower there's a little switch on the kind of back left-hand corner that I'm sliding left and right. That basically toggles between full-width grass cut and the kind of windrow. And if you look on the back as well, on the back gang of the mower, that also kind of slides across. It's just kind of on the inside of the back gang of the mower. Not sure if you'd be able to pick that up or not, but that's basically how you turn the mower from being kind of full width cut to putting the grass into a windrow. Right, I'm just going to load up the course that I'd previously done for the grass field. So I'm just going to add that. This is basically just the perimeter that I set out for the actual grass field itself. And now that I've kind of picked that up, I'm just going to go and do the course generation as well for cutting the grass. So I just need to go into field work, do course generation, and then just work through these settings, and again I will kind of do 3 cuts around the headland, and then we'll move on to the land work. So we'll do the headland work first and then move on to the land work separately. So I'll just get that sorted out, and then we'll set the mower off, and then hopefully you'll be able to see how it puts it into a nice kind of windrow at the back. So there's our course that you can see on the map. And I'll just change that to first waypoint and drive course, and off we go. So there you go, you can see at the back how the 2 kind of gangs either side are pushing the grass into the middle. I don't think it changes a huge amount in the one at the front actually. I guess it narrows it up a little bit. So it does look as though it's quite a wide windrow, but hopefully that'll be fine for the loading wagon. It should be fairly good. So, and that is one other thing that I was hoping to do, is getting another slightly bigger loading wagon. I saw one in the mod hub, another Stroutman that was a little bit bigger, I think 40,000 litres rather than the 23 that we've got at the moment. So I'm probably going to nip down to the shop and get that, because that will help speed up the process of collecting the grass. So here we are, third time around the headland, as you can see. Seems to be doing a pretty good job. Does tend to leave a little bit on the corners, but in the scheme of things it's not really very much. So pretty pleased with this actually. Just hopefully those windrows are going to be narrow enough for the loading wagon to pick up, but I think they'll be fine. So I'm going to let this run for a little bit, put a bit of music on.
I drove around all the
Right, well, that's the grass cut, and Megan managed to finish up the spraying. She did field 28 as well, so that's all done. She's taken the sprayer back to the yard, given it a wash down, and packed up for the evening. And Tyler's gone home as well. So I went down to the shop. I did swap over the Stratman loading wagon, picked up this slightly larger one. This has got 40,000 litre capacity, so that's a lot better for us. I almost managed to make it all the way around the headland, back round to the bunker silo without having to empty out, so that's pretty good. So I'm just getting this grass sorted out. Now we need about probably half of this will go for grass silage and half of it will just go into storage for grass for the cows. We've got enough hay at the moment in the barn, so that's not too much of an issue. And you might just see as I turn around that our field of carrots, field 16, they are now ready to harvest, so I think that will be the subject of the next video. So we'll have to hire some equipment for that, but that's not too much of a problem, so we'll kind of look into doing that tomorrow. So I'm just going to finish up collecting this grass now, and then that'll be it for the day, and then we'll pick up with everything else and start doing those carrots, I'm guessing tomorrow. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, then please feel free to do so, and give the video a thumbs up and a like. And whatever you're doing, wherever you are, stay safe, take care, and I will catch you on the farm next time. Bye for now.